Hey, true believers, Englentine here. You could say I'm milking the hell out of this, but this is the 7th chapter of our conversation with Tristen. This time around, she brings up how she is really not happy with DC continuity and starts pointing out a whole bunch of errors. So we kind of get into this whole why DC sucks these days conversation. So I enjoyed it. I hope you do. So kick back, relax, and let's get this party started.
When it comes to DC, I have a huge issue with the continuity. I don't know about you, but it's all bunkered up. Like, the fact that Dark Crisis is oddly just right in the future, but we just had Future State, which was right in the future that didn't come to pass. And now we're having the death of the Justice League, but we're still going to have the Justice League in all their titles, and we're still going to have Batman. Like, my head just... And then you've got the Omniverse. So is this continuity? Is this continuity? Like,
DC needs help.
Yes,
that was actually the whole point. Can DC be saved? It kills me that not but 3 years ago they were kicking all sorts of ass with Rebirth, and they were. I actually used to do on Mondays. Every Monday I would do what comic book readers are buying. And it was DC mostly. That DC Rebirth, people loved it. And what killed me is for the first time in a long time, I remember in the 90s, you couldn't even, and that was when John Byrne and Jerry Ordway and you had some great writers on Superman, except for the death of Superman. Nobody cared. Yeah, it's okay. But finally, you get this Tomasi run. It's kicking freaking Marvel's ass. And Bendis is coming. Yeah, who cares?
Right.
Oh, what
right. So what do you propose when I talk about continuity issues and stuff like that? What do you think needs to be changed when it comes specifically to DC?
Okay. Gosh, this is a video on my own. Right now, I joke around, by the way, that Wes is over there taking notes every time I say something. Well, because we do live
streams. A lot
streams.
of his videos are the death of DC. The death of DC.
We do live streams, and the very next day or in 2 days, he has a video on the topic I talked about at the live stream. So I'm joking, by the way. I have no actual thoughts that he's doing it for real, but it's become a bit of a joke. So here you go, Wes. Here's fodder for your new video. What DC needs to have happen is it needs editors that ask certain questions, and they need editors that are willing to look at their writers and say no. It seems like people are coming up with, hey, wouldn't this be cool? As if they were a 12-year-old, not actually thinking of the story behind it, not actually thinking of the ramifications. They're doing surface level thinking only. And you need to come up with narrative reasons for character change. All of a sudden, Robin can fly because he's called Robin. Or this one thing his father... Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. This is the kind of idea they would come up with, you know. And you need somebody to look and go, yeah, no, we're not doing that. Right. Or it would be the ever-changing of a guy with a skin condition into an actual crocodile, which is what happened with Killer Croc. Well, he's a crocodile, right? No, he's a wrestler with a skin condition. Okay, kids. But now he's actually full-blown freaking animal. It kills me when I see that. You need somebody who's willing to stand up to the creative team and ask the questions narratively. Why are you doing this? And then you have to have kind of like a showrunner. Where is Robin? Where is Batman? Where is Kid Flash and Wally West and all that kind of stuff? And let's keep this going forward. Now, all they can control is the creative part. Got it. Now we need to talk about something that could be on Marvel's side as well. You have the greatest freaking advertisement every freaking week on the CW for DC Comics. And Marvel has 3 freaking movies out a year.
Right.
In movie theaters that run commercials at the beginning before they even run a preview. Why are we not seeing coming soon from DC Comics by Joshua Williams and so forth and so on, this storyline? Let's build up the story. Don't put in, oh, and by the way, they're all gay, because that just tells me you don't give a fuck. about the story. I'm sorry for the thing.
Oh no, you're totally fine.
But you know, you put out the exciting story. You put out you make sure that audiences know they've got the greatest freaking you got the greatest freaking platforms right now. More eyes are on superheroes than ever has been before, and yet you're not taking advantage of it. And it's a situation where you got to, in this case, I think you got to make money to or got to spend money to make money. Get those advertisements out there. Also, digests. You see, they do these $1 comics. They do these True Believers and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Get those in digest form out to the kids at the grocery stores. Put them at eye level in front of the thing, in front of the register, so kids can see these. Kids can get excited about them, and we can hook them young. Basically, if you can put out a buck comic book, then if you could put out this digest, maybe with 3 good stories starring Spider-Man, starring Batman, or something, and only charge $3.
Right.
Or $5 or something affordable where kids can actually get some access to these. But that's a couple of ways I would do it, as well as we need more the comic books are so freaking cynical today. Batman, what was it? I was just reading this, as a matter of fact. Joker. I guess I don't have it right here where I could go, hey, I was reading this Joker issue. But I was just reading the Joker, and the first image is a woman eating an eyeball, a human eye.
That's supposed to be a horror comic.
Well, yeah, I get it, but these kind of images are all over the comic books now. Get some less cynicism.
More like Batgirls.
Yeah, get it out, get that stuff out to the kids and hook them young.
Yeah, I think that's all fair. I do. I think Ben Abernathy, to be fair, does a good job with the Bat books.
Mm-hmm.
Out of everybody, I think the Superman editor, yeah, we need to work on that. Like, I don't know his personal social media, but I have heard Perch say on his videos sometimes that he's always on Twitter and always talking about his politics and his smoking weed, which I don't care. Like, I just don't care. Just get out, just take some time back, right? Put that into your work. Prioritize what books you need done in continuity. We've got Black Label for Elseworld books where you can kind of tell a little bit of a different story. Like Dark Knights of Steel. A lot of people were upset that they made this new Supergirl gay. She's a brand new character, right? Yeah. Not a big deal. That's a great place to introduce that. And I think that for comic book fans, we've grown up with this medium. We absolutely have. And I think that when I know more about the continuity than the editors know, that bugs me to a point where I'm like, I don't like, that takes me out of a book. There was a Detective Comics that said, like the editor's note said, check Cataclysm. And I'm like, that didn't happen in Cataclysm though. Like, it didn't. It happened in No Man's Land. Why are you doing this? Like, that takes me out of a book because your whole job is this. This is my hobby. And I know it better. Now, of course, it's because it's something I love. But I think editors are the biggest issue right now. I think the writers, the lineup is, I would say, pretty solid. They've got people like even Mark Waid on one book. That's going to be a big seller. Mariko Tamaki, James Tynion, Tom Taylor. I know for some reason he's controversial online, but he sells. He's got like 5 books in the top 20. Like,
I know. Well, that's the same as Tom King. Tom King sells complaints. Too.
Even Comic Boon loves everything he puts out. Loves everything, and I'm like, wow, well, okay, all right.
I like Deceased.
Oh yeah, that was great.
I like those books, and I do give credit where credit is due. The Injustice story is awesome, and it was drawn excellently by Mike Miller. So yeah. So check out his book, Lone Star. There you go.
There you go. Nice little plug there.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? There are some guys doing some good stuff with the IGG, the Tim Lims and Mike Miller. So there is some stuff out there to point out. Might as well, right? I'm not getting any money for it. So yeah, it really is just we have friends out there doing some good stuff. But yeah, DC, it is a bit of a problem. And when you can say, wait, this didn't happen in that story, it happened in this one. I had a conversation last night. It was, are we too old, or was it the day before? Are we too old for comic books nowadays? Because when I think about Spider-Man, or when I think about actually any of the Marvel, most of the DC, I'm thinking about post-crisis. As far as DC is concerned, stopping at the New 52, that's my time.
Mhm.
And it's a great time. It was when DC shone the brightest. I rarely actually, a lot of times when I see something, wait a second, that didn't happen, because, well, maybe it didn't happen in modern continuity because of it didn't happen since the New 52.
Right.
And so how much do we have to complain? It is bad writing, but also we're bringing our own expectations into it.
Right, that's true.
So there you go, gang. Those are our opinions on the whole DC. Well, those are just some of my opinions on it. Let me tell you, I could do videos about all the mistakes that DC's made in the last few years. But what did you think? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to do all the sharings and the clickings and all that kind of stuff that costs you nothing but helps out the algorithms and the channels for us. Also, if you don't mind helping out the channel in another way, go on over to Ko-Fi, drop $1 in the tip jar there. Thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.